Does anyone feel like it's right if you are incarcerated that you sit there at the little round metal table and watch other people that are incarcerated? Because I have an issue with that.
Well, if you're a man, you're going to say yeah to that because your ass want to visit. So you want to visit, so of course you're going to say yeah. You want somebody to be there and look at you and show you as Lola's. Yeah.
Lola's.
Big Sister Bougie wants to know who's in jail.
Nobody. It was a hypothetical situation.
Okay, I got a subject. Can men and women be only friends and not turn to sexual? You say yes, Brooklyn, but I really want to know, can they? Like when you call somebody your brother and all this other stuff, can they? Brooklyn,
Honestly,
be
it all
quiet, you ain't on this
depends
panel.
Honestly, it all depends on the man. That's how I see it.
You don't think it depends on the woman too?
I think
depends.
it depends on the situation. If you come, like if I'm already your sister and you have a man and we meet up, then okay, we'll probably be friends or something maybe. But if a man goes out and meets a chick and becomes friends with her, he sees something in her that he likes anyways. So even though he may be taken at the time, he's got her on his list. And there's a reason why he's got her there. And it could be future.
But she said already sisters and brothers. As far as, isn't that what you asked?
I mean, it could be either way.
That's like
Either
if I
way.
went out and found a girl and said, oh, we'll be sisters, I'll be your brother, whatever. I mean, if you inherit somebody from the family automatically, that's kind of, I don't know, I think possibly you could just be friends with them because they're already there. But if you go out and you stumble across some chick and you like her and you get along, and then all of a sudden you're just not single at the time, you're like, yeah, you can be my sister. That's just till you get rid of what you got now. That's what I think.
If I call anybody my sister, it ain't no going past that. So, but you do have other dudes that have better intentions once they, get single and be able to become more into a female than they do cross that line.
That happens a lot, though. I had one guy that told me, I met him, brother and sister, all this doo-dah, yick, yay. And then about 6 months after being brother and sister, he tells me that, you know what? I always liked you, sugar. I just didn't want to tell you. I guess I can tell you now, since I don't have a woman. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck you, bye.
Okay. You saying that's what the dudes do, but you got we don't turn it around. You females do it too. They want to be all close to you. Oh, that's my bro. Oh, that's my bro. That's my bestie. But as soon as she see that he's available, boom, she like, or she's got an attitude when he does get with somebody.
I agree with that 100%. And we don't even got to do brother-sister things. This thing where people adopt adults that pretend to be children, let me tell you something. Ain't nobody sitting on daddy's lap but mommy. That's it. There is no adults pretending to be children.
Well, I'll say this. If I say you my brother, because I'm not playing that shit. I don't have to do that. That's how I stand. It will never cross that line, ever. If you're my brother once, I don't give a damn if you log out, recreate, make somebody else, call yourself Joe Blow. We are no longer nothing but brother and sister. And that's where you will always be looked at to me. I don't play that. Because I don't want nobody fucking with mine, so I won't fuck with nobody else's. Straight out.
I actually have guys that will come to me that I could actually be, friendly with and feel, a brotherly love towards them. And they'll straight up just tell me, I'm not going to be your brother because, if something happens down the line, I don't want to remember that I was your brother. So I think that's okay. But on that subject, Sugar, some people think that when you create a different Abby, that you're a different person.
Well, this is a new Abby for me. And she's not the same person I was before because I role play her differently. But I let everybody know that it's me. I don't come in here saying, okay, this wasn't Sam Sugar. It's the same person. So I agree with you on that. I do treat this person, this Abby, differently than the other Abby. This Abby is more me. The other one was more for work. So it was different as far as I'm concerned.
Finally get a chance to chime in. I was doing some things that were very important at the time, so I couldn't concentrate and focus, but I was listening and I agree with what was said. There are some people who feel like it's a free-for-all whenever they see an Abby or when they hear a voice. They think that it's all good for them to say, oh, I'm going to hang out with them. They're going to be my brother. We're going to be besties, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. I mean, unless a guy is into wearing nails and weave, no, we can't go shopping, boo-boo, unless you're taking me to buy some things. Now, I understand that sometimes you have someone that tags along, and y'all are doing adult-like things together as friends. But there is a line that you're supposed to draw, and I think that sometimes people really don't understand.
So Pelly, what, you're not saying nothing, so you must have a whole lot of sisters that are not your sister, since you're not saying nothing.
No, wait a minute. Once you have that title of a sister, that's it. I don't pursue anything. You just a sister. You just a sister. Once you got that family title, that's it for me.
Tech wasn't here for it, so I needed to ask Tech as soon as he sits down in his mesh. I need to ask him the same question because I'd like to know what he thinks. Yeah. Okay, that's a good question too. Mother and fathers in game, which is nasty, 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 nasty. It's the same thing. How I'm gonna call you daddy, and I don't mean daddy, but daddy, and then calling you daddy later. I don't think so.
I've actually had some experience with this. There is a family that I know. I won't say their names because they're very well known. This one chick, she used to run a hospital or something. She ends up like divorcing her husband and marrying her daughter's husband, her son-in-law. She hooks up with I'll throw enough hints that you'll know who.
I know who you're talking about. I know you're talking about. Wait a minute, did she marry her father too though? Like later on?
Yes, she did.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. That's just nasty, I'm sorry. I just can't go there. Big Brother T-Devil, do you think that a male and a female can only be friends? I guess that means he doesn't, or that he can't hear me. Is that a no? Is that your final answer? Oh, that's right. Anything to do with relationship, he said he wasn't going to answer it. But that's not a relationship question. That is more of a friendship question.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think that when people spend a lot of time together as family and they're present for a lot of the discrepancies that go on in the relationship between maybe their sibling and their significant other or spouse, and you're just kind of always there, do you think it's easier for that person to catch feelings for that individual? It's a hypothetical question. For me, I don't pass that line.
Rephrase that.
You're my brother. If you're my cousin, you're my cousin. If you're my dad, I don't have a father in this game. You know, I have a stepdad because he just married my mom. But, you know, even before then, I don't get caught up like that because it's just nasty.
I think you get caught up that if you're weak, you have to be weak first of all.
As far as that's what you want, making it a better question.
The TNT brother didn't get it.
Okay, what I'm saying is sometimes, like it's been said before, when you spending a lot of time around a person and you just kind of hanging out, is it easier for you to catch feelings when you see that there is trouble in the relationship?
I'm not gonna comment on that because I'm not sure.
And marrying her daughter.
Go ahead, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Screamer.
I don't think it necessarily even matters about if there's trouble in the relationship or not. I personally feel like, it's just like headlights. When you spend a lot of time around other people, they're gonna catch it. If you were putting in the time, quality time with a person, things are gonna develop in that relationship. I can, when I spend time with females, I feel more towards that person than, not sexually, but either way. When you spend more time with a person, you develop a more closer relationship with that person. So I think that when it's with the opposite sex, or the sex that you're attracted to, that it's only natural that it would, potentially come into that situation somewhere down the line.
Well, I think that's a sign of weakness.
But it also depends on the intentions of that person.
Because I feel like if you're my brother, I should be either trying to get you to work out your marriage, trying to get you another hookup, or something like that. To me, that's just not right. To me, this is my personal thing. If you're my brother, I look upon you as my brother in real life. There's no fucking way I would look at my brother like that, my sister like that. I understand that we're not really related in the game, but if you take on that phase of somebody being your family, somebody being your loved one, your mind shouldn't go there. I don't give a damn if you spend time together 24/7. Your head should never cross that.
Who actually spends that kind of quality time with your brother? I have brothers in this game. I have a mom and dad in this game. These men are not, chilling with me 24/7. I see them here and there, and I speak to them, and I care about them, but we ain't chilling like that. So if we was hanging out that much, I think it's just a natural flow of things.
I'm sorry. I maybe I'm different, but I wouldn't go there. That's just how I feel.
For me,
okay,
I don't even try to go there. I do not ever add any of my girlfriend's men and any potential people. If it's your prospect, if it's your man, he has no business on my list. If I have business with him, he may be added temporarily, and then he's off my list after that. I just keep myself distant from things like that so it doesn't happen. But I'm just saying, if I was like friends with some guy, before, then I'm just saying, if I'm spending that kind of time with him, there's a connection there. I just choose to not spend time with people that I don't need to be forming connections with.
So that's just saying that you can't have a friendship with somebody without crossing the line. That you have to put a block on yourself because of what reason? Because to me, I could spend time with Jamel all day long and never shit like that will cross my mind because that is my brother. That's how I foresee him. So I could never go that route.
Vice versa.
Never.
It doesn't mean that at all, Sugar. What it does mean, it doesn't mean that I'm weak or I'm afraid that it's going to happen. It has no business. My man has no business being on my sister's list and chilling out with her or hanging with her. He has no business doing that. And I have no business getting close to your man because that's your man. We have a friendship. And I'm always friendly and cordial to all of my girls' men and stuff. I would never disrespect them or be rude. But I don't need to form that kind of connection with them. That's your thing, not mine.
we're speaking in general, right?
I thought we were.
Yeah.
Are we still on that?
I mean, I hang out with my sister's
back.
husband, my real life sister. I don't
But
see
that's
that
just
nigga's
like-
nothing but my brother.
Right.
Straight out.
That's just like some of the women here tonight are on my friends list, and I've never done anything with any of them. So men and women can't be friends. Like Crazy Levine, she's been on my friends list since God knows how long. I hope she did hear me call her crazy. But she's been on my friends list and we've never done anything.
I have guy friends too, but what I'm saying is I don't spend like quality time every single day. You know, we might chill or play a game together, have fun once in a while, but I don't sit and put in all that time and energy like being with that person constantly, because I believe that can happen if you were to do that. I just don't do that. It's just the person that I am. I keep myself behind a wall, and you don't get past a certain point unless I'm trying to get you in there.
Okay, can we take an answer from the audience?
I don't see a problem at all with having a male friend as a best friend. I have plenty of male friends that I have as my best friends, and I have never even thought about crossing the line. My twin has been my best friend for 5 years, and we hang out every day. Every time he's online, I'm hanging with him, or if I'm online, he's hanging with me. But it's never been that line to even cross. I think that if you're afraid to spend time with your male friend because you're scared of catching feelings, that means there was feelings there before you even thought about having that person as a friend. That's how I feel on that one.
I agree on that. So it all goes down to, if the intentions are there, then it depends on that person. Like, if you have the intentions to get to know this person, you know this person having problems in their relationship, then yeah, you gonna try to step in and be that shoulder to cry on. Cause you know you about to get in, and once whoever leaves such and such, that's the open door for you to go ahead and claim what you've been wanting.
I don't think that necessarily means that. There are just some people who I make a line. I don't acquaint myself with people like that. You know, I keep a wall up, and I just like, you can't get that close to me unless we're in a relationship. I keep my friends in a certain, area. It's not because I can't control myself or,
Say, all the things that I brought out were just hypothetical things. There wasn't a reason why I put it out there, but I know that, you never know what someone will be able to chime in on. So that was the reason why I brought all of those things up. But, just like it was said, bringing this topic to a close and getting on to something else, I think it's possible for males and females to have, a good friendship, a good, wholesome, healthy friendship and relationship that doesn't cross the line. It's been said over and over again that, it depends on your mindset. It depends on the ulterior motive, if you have one, that allows that to cross the line and it becomes scandalous. But I'm pretty sure that it takes more than one person to initiate something and for it to become a problem. So no one person is all, at fault where that's concerned. It takes two people to do something that, leads to something like that. But that's neither here nor there. We're just here, just kind of hypothetically touching on stuff. So, yeah, I agree that it is possible for, males and females to have a good, wholesome relationship.
Alright, any last final comments on that topic?
Well, let me put it out there. I like you, Big Brother Colombian. Ow.
Shit, my damn head.
Right.
Tonight, go ahead.
Lulu? Go ahead.
Yeah, I know. I'm catching the tail end of this conversation, but I do believe it's possible to be in a friendship with a guy and have a close friendship, um, and vice versa. I feel like if you go into a friendship with expectations that it will grow into something more, I feel like that's when you set yourself up to end up talking to like getting feelings for your best friend. That's what a lot of females and a lot of males do, especially on Second Life, where they go and say, "Oh, well, I don't want him now, but I'll just keep him around." And I think that's where a lot of people, that's not a best friend. I wouldn't
Right.
classify that as a best friend. That's just somebody you're just keeping on the back burner. But there's a lot of females and males who do that. Now, I have a best friend who I've never looked at like that, and I have no intentions on looking like that. But I can say at the end of the day, if it developed into something, I wouldn't be mad because I would rather be in a relationship with somebody I call my best friend versus some guy I didn't even know. And that's all I had to say.
Let me say something real quick, if I can. It's just like me and Sugar. She started as my friend because she was friends with Pele. And after a while, she became not just my best friend, but like my sister. And we fuss and argue every damn day. And that's why we're so close to the way we are right now. I like to choke the shit out of her a lot of times, but you know, that's just me and her.
I dare you to try to choke the shit out of me. I'll kick your ass
I'll
all
pull
up
you
and
wings
down
out.
this
Shut up.
stage. You
Okay,
shut up,
okay.
you bald-headed bastard.
All right, all right, all right.
Hey, I got here today.
Alright, do I need to activate my hood? Because I told you I came straight.
Yummy wants
No,
to say
no, no.
something.
We're going to move on
I
to
got
the
my
next
22 in my
topic.
pocket. Don't start with
We're
me.
going to move on to the next topic.
I'll shoot your pinky toe off.
Okay, the next topic, I say money. Who's better with it? Males or females?
I say neither one.
Oh wait, I can answer that.
Wait, Yummy has something to say. Yummy has something to say first. Go ahead, Yummy. You, I ain't giving your ass no
I hope
chicken.
you got one ready for me,
Anywho,
Mom.
Somebody
I
better have
believe
some ribs or something.
that best
Do I have to go
friend-
AFK right now since Yummy's getting on the mic?
I'm going off
Wait, her mic is low.
I'm going off mic. I feel getting another piece of chicken.
Yummy, stop.
Get shit.
Say what your
Okay, I believe that best friends should stay best friends because if they're your best friend and you've been best friends with them for years, getting into a relationship, what happens if it fails? You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to go back to that friendship once you fucked up a relationship. So I would never date a best friend ever because I value them as a best friend, and man, I would hate to lose them because we decided to have a brief moment of relations and couldn't get along, and there goes my best friend. So there you go, back to my chicken.
I totally agree with that, Yummy. I have one guy friend in real life that I refuse to cross the line with because he's too valuable to me. If our relationship messed up, I would be screwing myself over royally. He's always there for me. I totally would never cross the line there.
Well, I actually married my best friend. We've been best friends for 6, 7, 8 years. Angel, how long we been friends?
Friends, we've been 8 years.
And I married him, and that's my best friend. One day I'm gonna sneak in New York and grab him by his ponytail and bring him to Cali, and yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
All right, everybody.
So next subject. Why do people rush? I don't want to do the money right now. This is one. Why do people rush into marriage? Why do you men ask and have no intention of staying married?
On SL, we're on SL.
Yes, on SL.
Okay, I'm staying out this one.
Shit, I didn't rush at all. I waited how long?
Right. We are happily married men up here.
No, you know what? I'll
Go,
answer it. I'll answer it. You know what? Here,
go ahead, bro.
we don't always
Somebody in here that's gonna answer some questions
we don't always rush into it.
because sitting over there talking
Like
to
for
me.
me, when I did it, I intended to stay in marriage. But like all things, not everything works out like you expected. That's all I'm gonna say. I'll plead the fifth.
I think there are a
I
few
believe
general
that.
people that are in it.
Hey, baby girl.
Honestly, just from the time that I've known Krilly's man over there, I have to give him credit for being one of those men who's in it. So I don't know too many men in this game though that are like that.
Thank you. You know, day one, and they say, "Oh, this is SL." It moves faster than real life. Yeah, but your feelings. I mean, how do you love somebody within 2 hours? Day two, you ready to put a ring on their finger, and day three, you ready to walk down the aisle. By day five, you ready to you already in a divorce and on to the next one.
That's not always true though, because when I
It's
first
not
joined this
always
game,
true.
I met a guy. By day 3, he proposed to me, and we spent over 2 years together in the game. I mean, there was real reasons why we couldn't actually stay together, but I think sometimes when it's right, it's right. You meet somebody, and it's there.
Okay, I didn't say everybody, but most people. I proposed to my wife our first month anniversary. We've been married over a year now, and together almost 2. So not everybody, but most.
Well, I had a friend that came on here from IMVU, and her first focus was to get married. She would meet a guy, and she felt like if the guy hadn't asked her to get married within 2 weeks, she moved on to the next guy, because she said in IMVU they were a lot faster than how it is here. So I told her, why would you want to marry someone after 2 weeks? Everybody
Well,
that
then.
you think, you think that you would, that you may have like a like to or whatever. It's not marriage material. Give a shit if you do Don Primin and you love each other, la 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 la. Does not necessarily mean that you have a connection and it's gonna last. Because she was serious about that. She was like getting ready to go to IMVU because she felt like the guys here wasn't going fast enough after 2 weeks of asking her to marry him. But I understand that IMVU, only thing you're in the box, so all you got is conversation, so I guess that's the next level, whereas SL, you have more to do. But she was dead ass serious. She finally got her man, married him, they were together for 1 month, and now she's on her 3rd husband. So,
Oh, well.
there you go.
I hope I never meet her ass. But she gonna be mad at me the first day. I ain't marrying your ass.
Right, those are her intentions.
Is she in the audience? Let me make sure she's not in the audience.
I hated this guy. Yummy can attest to it. Screamer can attest to it. I hated him. But, after a lot of time together, just doing things and learning about him, I found out that he had some qualities that were really, really honorable. And he wanted to get married engaged, and we were together offline as well. And I said, if we're going to be together offline, I don't think that we need to be married, on engaged terms. And, we decided not to do that. We didn't do any of the Fremen and all of the other stuff that a lot of people were doing. We just kind of did different things, had different activities that we would engage ourselves in. But that joker was a trip. And I'm so glad to be rid of him, but I don't want to be in another relationship like that. I think I've let a wall go up because of that relationship. And even though I don't judge guys on that same premise, at the same time, I'm more aware of things and aware of the signs, because the signs were there always, but I just wasn't aware of them. So I think now it just kind of, it heightens my sensitivity to a lot of the things that may arise. But man, it was something else, and I agree. You shouldn't jump into a 2, 3, 5 day marriage, and then by the second week, you know, that's crazy. Really?
Is that him?
Once you res, please have a seat.
I guess he found you.
Well, I've been on this game since 2004. Of course, I'm sure you know this is not my original Abby, but I've deleted, came back, deleted, came back, deleted, and came back. And honestly, I've not been in any relationship until Peligroso. I didn't want a relationship. I was with someone in real life at one point, and I didn't want a relationship. When I first met Pelly, I liked him. I had a little crush on him, but that's a long story, another talk show. But I've never been in a relationship till I got with him. I just didn't want that hurt and that pain and going through all that bullshit. I didn't want to go through all that. So I just would prefer not to have a relationship with somebody that I would eventually break up with, putting all my time in and everything. I just didn't want that. So I stayed single until me and Pelly got married, because I just didn't want to be hurt, my heart being broken, because I'm a sensitive bitch. I didn't want that. So
Well, at least we
I don't know
that
anything
you,
about
you
past
knew what you
relationships or
wanted.
getting married to anybody and all that. Yeah.
I agree with Sugar too.
I did this stupid shit before. My first marriage was well, is my mic going red? Can y'all hear me? Am I too loud?
We hear you, bro.
Okay, I don't think she can hear me. But my first marriage only lasted right after the honeymoon finished. And it was horrible. It was just terrible. I know I should have never done it. She pushed me into it. I didn't want the marriage thing. I didn't want to be with anybody. But, I kind of got forced into it. So it lasted till the end of the honeymoon, which is less than a week. I didn't care. Hey, I was happy. I was happy it was over and done with. It's not that I didn't want to put my foot down. Before, I was the type of man that I didn't want to hurt nobody's feelings, so I just went with it. But after a while, it was kind of like, okay, this is my time now. This is my game. I shouldn't have let anybody just, I would say, tell me how to run my SL game, because that's how I look at it, as a game. But now that after a while, when Sugar came back, it was kind of like, okay, that's my soulmate. I didn't rush into it, even though I wanted to, but her feelings wasn't into it. Like, she wanted to go to the next level, because we were first best friends, And from there on, it's the best thing that I ever done.
Somebody pass me a tissue, please. Please.
Right, I agree with that. Not a lot of people know what marry, they don't take it seriously. They just take it as a game and like, all right, They told me to watch my mouth.
They just want the title, but they don't want the responsibility.
Right, I'm gonna watch my mouth because I was told not to curse a lot. But a lot of people on here are just for cyberfuck. That's how they look at it.
And some people, you gotta realize, don't know how to talk out problems. They don't know how to sit there and have a discussion. They get mad and that's it. They gotta realize that's not what it's all about either.
Right.
Topic. Lee, I'm sorry to put your
I got a
business out there,
question, sis.
girl. Okay.
I got a question for the women.
All right.
All right. In general, women claim they want a faithful man. In general. They claim they don't want a man to cheat on them.
That's a lie.
They claim they don't want a man to hurt them. When they do come across a faithful man that's in a relationship, why do they want him to step out on the person that they're with? But yet you don't want a man to step out on you. You know, they don't want a man to step out on them. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Action.
I understand what you're asking. Let me answer that one first. Or you go ahead and add something to it, and I'll
Let me add
answer
something to it. Or when you do get that guy, why is it that you can't give him? I mean, what is it about when you try to talk it out? Y'all don't. It seems like y'all can't do it. Well, not y'all, but some women. Why is that?
You want me to rephrase it? Okay, let's see.
Yeah, there you go.
I understand it. Okay.
Well,
I
your
can
founder
only...
said that she want it to be rephrased.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. The question was to the ladies. You claim you want a faithful man. And as far as that's what you want. And then turn around, you come across a good man and want him to step out on who he's faithful to. Why is that? You get it now?
Okay.
Oh Lord.
Okay, I'll say it to her.
Can I help her? Can I help her?
Yeah, go
Can one
ahead.
of the women rephrase that who understands it?
Yes, I can rephrase it. He's asking, why do you want to play Olivia Pope? Why do you want to play Olivia Pope? If you have a relationship that's all... No, not you. Not you. He's asking, if you have a relationship or if you see a couple that's in a faithful relationship and you want that man, you pursuing that dude, why do you want him to stop being faithful to that woman to be with you? That's what he's asking.
If you
why
want
would you want to make a Why would you want to make a faithful
Okay,
man
let me answer that first.
So
Okay.
rare to find a faithful man.
Yeah, but he's not faithful if he's fucking around on her. Bottom
Wait a minute,
line.
so are you saying that they are fucking around, or you are?
Okay, this is what she said.
No.
Okay.
Look. Single women claim they want a faithful man. There's no faithful man around. They want a faithful man. But then they see a happy married man and all in his box trying to get to know him and want him to step out on his wife. Why is that?
You understand it now, Yummy? I'll answer that. I'll let the audience answer that because I can only go by what someone else told me. Maybe the other sisters want to answer it after I answer it. I had a friend who was notorious for that. She would see a couple together and she would set her eyes, her claws, that she wanted him. And she wanted him basically because she didn't want a relationship that was solid. Or was she talking? Because I can't hear Yummy. Is she talking?
She's not talking anymore, but she was. That's not a woman anyways. You know, someone who does that, sugar, that's not a woman. I think that people see in other relationships things that they want in theirs. But as long as you have a healthy relationship, I don't see why you would even look outside. But being with that said, I believe, you know, in a healthy relationship, you got to make sure that you're dotting every I and crossing every T. Sex is a really important thing. The only difference between my best guy friend And my man is I'm fucking my man. So if my man stops fucking me, he's not any different than my best friend. So you better make sure you're taking care of all your business. And that goes for the girls too. Because if you ain't taking care of business, he's going to start looking.
But sex, intimacy in a relationship is not the only thing, only aspect you need to cover.
No,
I agree.
It's not the only thing, but it is a big part of a relationship. You know, that's what keeps
Give
you
or
close.
take, yes or no, maybe.
Sex isn't always about getting that good at the end. Sometimes it's just an intimate closeness that you share with your partner. I mean,
Okay.
but it's still a very important part of your relationship.
I agree with Aaliyah. I think intimacy and not sex. And let me tell you the reason. Because when I had my operation, not to go too deep and stuff, but there were certain things that were beyond me to do. And I was like that for almost a year and a half. So saying that, because there was no sex involved at all. So my man cheating on me because I couldn't perform, couldn't have sex, that would have made the relationship okay, because it's okay for him to look around because sugar can't do nothing. So I think that if you have a relationship, just because you ain't fucking don't mean that he should stray. Same with a female, you shouldn't be straying. You know what I'm saying? If
extended circumstances, though, and still, even in an extended circumstance, you know, there's still other ways to take care of business.
I was just about to say that. It's always called magazines of porn.
I'm just saying, my hand and mouth is still gonna work if something else is broke.
no, I'm sorry, but
Okay, so in a relationship, if you don't have sex,
thank you. Ooh, there's kids here. Oh my God.
oh,
Let me say this real quick.
Extenuating circumstances. I mean, if you're suffering with cancer or something, and you know, obviously, I would hope that your husband's heart is not, you know, focused on sex and he's focused on getting you better. I mean, there are extenuating circumstances. I'm saying in a normal relationship, that is a top 3 for me. That's top 3.
I'm sorry, but when my baby got sick, my main concern was for her to get better. Sex was not on my mind at all. At all. I didn't look to my right, I didn't look to my left, I didn't look forward, I didn't look backwards, I didn't look at my list to see who I would fuck, none of that. My baby was my first priority.
right.
And with that,
Okay, we had a.
You better get a sock and some lotion, and you better be alright.
All right, we had a comment in the audience. Go ahead, Lulu.
Okay, I don't think sex was the actual issue. I think some married people, and I will say this from experience, not my own, just some things that I've seen when people who are in deep relationships, sometimes they go out and like see if they still got it. That's a big thing for somebody. It doesn't mean you're any less faithful, and I'm not condoning it because that's not something I would do personally, but I'm saying some people entertain that just to see if they still have that, I could still pull somebody if I wanted to. It's not just my wife. They could be dead in love with their wife or their husband, but they just sometimes they want to feel wanted by other people, knowing that they're not going to. No, I don't think that's necessarily true. Now, if you're fulfilled on all levels with your significant other, then you shouldn't even be entertaining someone in your box who's saying, let me don't you want to step out on your wife? But these females and these guys who are getting in your box knowing that you're in a relationship, they're not boyfriend or girlfriend material, and these females, if they're thirsty,
That's all there is to it. They're just thirsty. They want something, like Yummy said, they want something that they don't have. And once they have it, they don't know what
What
to
I'm
do
doing
with
is
it because
I
they never
really let
had
them
it
talk,
before.
right, without it, and then I
It's
Okay.
like
just
So
monkey
I
see,
fix it
monkey
again.
do.
So
It's
okay. So
just,
I have a comment on what you said.
Half of them look like monkeys. They damn
As far as the whole, they want to see if they still got it. I don't believe in open relationships at all. There ain't
I
no
was
way in
just saying
hell.
that's for some people. Not every person is in a relationship like that. But I have
Okay.
seen it in some who have successful relationships who will be like, oh, let me see if I can get this dude's number just to see if I can get it, if I still have it. And they have no
Because there's
intention on
something
stepping
wrong
out.
with that person.
There shouldn't
Well,
be.
like I
I
said,
mean,
they
Not
have,
fulfilled. There's a
but like I
hole.
said, they
There's
have
something that's
successful
not being
okay,
relationships.
filled to
okay,
have in a
okay.
But also,
relationship.
sis, at the end of the day, if they're trying to say, "Oh well, let me see if I still got it," that means they're not happy somewhere within their relationship.
Yeah,
Because
that's what
why
I'm
do
saying.
you
But
need to know
But
if
I
you
I'm
went
still
off
looking
and
have
for,
it?
said,
and
but
What
sometimes
are
it
you
doesn't
looking
even have
for?
to even be the relationship. Sometimes it could be something wrong with the person themselves that they
right, that's
feel
what I'm
that they
Yeah,
have
saying.
like
less
low
than.
self-esteem.
But that's why I
Right.
said
It don't have
there's
to be
these
the
guys and
relationship.
these women who feel fulfilled on all levels of the relationship. They wouldn't do something like that. So if you have a
Okay,
guy
yeah.
who's entertaining that in your box in the first place, who's entertaining you, why would you want someone like that? Because what he's gonna do for you, he's gonna do to you. Just like if she's getting in your box while you're with someone else, why do you think she's gonna be faithful to you?
All right. I listened to a lot of the comments that were said, and for me, I don't think that sex is a factor in a relationship. Intimacy is a factor in a relationship, but it should not be the driving force that keeps you together. Intimacy is supposed to bring you closer together, and when you're giving of yourself to another individual, you're actually depriving your relationship, you're starving your relationship. What you give to somebody else is taken from your house. That's just the way I look at it. And whenever you whenever you feel like you doing something just to see if you still got it, you may need to do something different and decide whether or not you want to be in a relationship. I have a game going on, the Bulls and who else, and I have all kind of background noise, but I just feel like whenever you are in a relationship, being able to communicate is the main factor in your relationship. If there is something that's lacking, you should be able to talk about it. You shouldn't be able to talk about it with your bestie. Your man or your woman should be your bestie. As long as that line of communication is open, as long as that line of communication is strong, you don't have to worry about anything else or anybody else. If there is somebody that's suffering an illness, whatever the fact is, if you're able to talk about it and you have that strong connection, as long as you're happy, I don't care what nobody else says on the outside. Because people going to talk, they're going to judge, they're going to do whatever they can. But as long as your relationship is together, forget about what they say. You know what I'm saying? That's right. And that's the way it should be,
I
Brooklyn.
agree on that.
Well, Kelly, I'm lacking something
Okay.
right now. Your wallet. Can you hand it over?
I thought we was gonna talk
Miss
money
Sugar.
about. I thought we was gonna talk about money.
All right. Go ahead, moms. Do you have something to say? You got the floor. Go ahead.
Okay. Y'all say sex doesn't play a big part of a relationship. And I partly disagree with that. Everything could be PG Keen. He loves me, buys me flowers, we cuddle, I suck on his earlobe, we don't have sex. But eventually, that man, that woman's gonna wanna have sex. And if that's lacking, then eventually shit's gonna get boring. And you're gonna wanna know, damn, I want to feel something inside of me. Or he's gonna be like, I wanna feel the insides of someone. Eventually shit's gonna get boring. And if shit doesn't start getting together, then that's how I feel like relationships start, where they start going and finding other people to handle business. Screamer says something about masturbation. You can only yank your chain so many times and fiddle your clit so many times before that also gets boring and you start looking elsewhere. I'm just saying.
Never born.
I didn't say that.
Never get born.
Sugar said never born.
I did not
Ew,
say-
TMI.
What I said was,
Never gets born.
what I said was, I understand. Like, I mean, I had an aunt who was suffering with cancer. Absolutely, she's not going to be doing anything. She barely has enough strength to, eat. So I understand there are extenuating circumstances where some things are not possible. But I'm saying, if I gotta, I don't even know. Okay, if it's my monthly time and my man ain't into that, there's other ways to take care of my man if he comes in the bedroom.
There is no man into that. I'm just saying.
Well, don't say that because my man is okay with it. I'm just saying. So
I'm not.
What I'm saying is,
Right.
Not me.
there is other ways to handle your business, and that's just an example. I'm sure there are other issues that women could have, for whatever reason. Maybe you got something going on one day, and you got to take care of business another way. There is more than one way to skin a cat, and intimacy
Okay, we
and sex
under
is
that.
part of the relationship.
And we'll be right back after these messages.
And everybody really got quiet.
I don't even have a comeback for that one.
Okay, well let me comment on what she said. We don't have a choice on women's timely. Mother Nature, anything. It's not that we don't like it. We have no choice but to respect it. You can't do anything once a woman is on her cycle or whatnot. And I do agree there are other ways to please when that goes down, but we don't have to like it.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be touched. Don't touch me. Don't put your hands on me during that time. I don't need it. Keep your ding-go-ling to yourself.
And not all of us are built the same.
No, I know. I understand that.
Hell no, I'm not
hormones
either.
are raging, and I am more. I want it more at that.
No, thank you.
Hell no.
I'm not washing no sheets. I'm not washing no towels. Fuck that. No, I'm sorry.
More than one way.
And I respect you if that's what you do, but I'm just commenting on what Sugar won't do.
We are going on Netflix and chill for that whole week.
Right.
By your best belief, once that
Movies
week is
and
over,
outings.
game is on.
I will watch them punk ass movies. I don't give a damn.
Right.
We will hold hands and skip to the damn store.
We will sing Negro old spirituals for that whole week.
High five.
But I am not flowing down the river with you.
It ain't happening, man.
Pineapples, this is not comfortable. This is not comfortable.
Alright, well we can move on to the next subject.
Way down the river.
Okay then, who's got the next subject?
What time is that? That's what my subject is. When is the nap time? Y'all be talking about doing it in the pool. Nobody want the pool to be red either.
Okay, do the women have a question for the men?
Well, there was a question that was presented in my box, and I guess it would be for more for women, and it was like, why do women have so many prim children, have them and get rid of them and have another one by another man later on? Like, why do you keep getting pregnant and having prim children by different men? Different men. Different men. Anybody wants to tackle that one?
They don't know how to recycle, that's why. I'm gonna get beat up for that one after the show, but I just had to say it.
How many women in the audience has had several prim children by different men? Speak up. Or none of you had prim children by different men?
No,
We
I
got
was
some
given
saints
a
in the
prim
house.
baby.
I mean, damn.
I was given a prim baby, and I'm not a good mom, and that's why my prim baby still stays in the folder.
No, I'm talking about having them, not buying them like their collection, but I mean actually having them. Because I have two, thanks to Screamer. She gave me two little Asian babies, as a matter of fact. Yik and Yang. That's what I named them. But they stay in my inventory because
Oh my god.
I can't do that. I just, I'm not a racist or anything, but I can't do that. I can't. DJ Sugar can't do that. Can you see me with two babies while I'm DJing and doing a talk show? It's not happening. So yeah, but I wish somebody was in the audience that had several prim babies, because I really would like to know about that, because not only the money that you pay on them, because them little bastards can get really expensive. They really can.
So I got a question. Since nobody has a comment on the question that was asked,
Wait a minute, can I
why?
comment?
Go ahead, bro.
I had 4 prim babies, even though they're 2 sets of twins by 2 different moms. But I see both sets of them, both sets of my babies. So I don't know what y'all problems are. If you don't see your baby, she ain't a good mom. She ain't no good mom. I don't even like her.
Don't make me put you on fire, Nick. Don't play with me.
You know I gotta mess with her.
No, I'm not talking about you, bro. I'm talking about women who trying to, as if you in the 50s or 60s and you think having these prim children are going to keep a man beside you. You know what I'm talking about. Because there are a lot of women, oh, I'm pregnant. Oh, we're going to have a baby. Isn't it just wonderful? Let's go ahead and go to the Zuby store because we're going to have a baby. You know what I'm talking about.
Let's talk about opinions. Why do females go through the whole pregnancy, have the baby, and once they break up with whoever they had the baby by, either they sell the baby or the baby doesn't exist? Would that be, what's the opinion?
That's under the same thing.
Right.
You have them, right. And then when you and the guy break up, there is no more baby. Baby's gone.
Or the baby stays in the folder until she sees that he's happy with somebody else, and then brings the baby back out.
No comment.
That's a big one. That's a big one right there, bro.
Yeah,
right.
Bring that on. Somebody answer that one.
Right.
Well, since I've never had a prim baby.
I understand it gets boring when you raise a prim baby by yourself. I mean, if you do a prim baby by yourself, that's understandable. But there is also look for a child who will play the prim baby. Prim baby will grow up. Why not?
To me, if you're gonna have a prim baby, right, you need to think of it as you having this kid in real life. You shouldn't be getting rid of it. Your real life baby, you are not gonna put in a little box somewhere. You're not going to. So why would you do it to a prim baby?
Because they
same
that
thing.
This is their sale, and they can do that.
Well, I can't answer that one either, because I've never had a baby. I've never, had that whole experience.
Okay.
My sister gave me a baby because she felt like since I was by myself in game, she would give me something to do, but being a mom, no. Give me some L's, I'll go shopping.
I have kids, but I don't have prim children now.
I'm finna say, she knows that she is not mother material, or not at the moment.
Right. I know how to be a mom. I'm a mom in RL, so I've done that. I know exactly how to do that.
As far as
on here, no.
To me, they're just too expensive. They're just too expensive to me.
Right.
Zuby, especially the Zuby babies. And you have to keep buying for them. Please. I'd rather buy a cat. Meow.
That's neglect.
Why buy it if you're not going to take care of it? If you're going to buy them, you might as well take care of them. Because buying them and not taking care of them, that's just like getting a actual kid and role playing a kid and not taking care of them. When you do, you take on that responsibility. That's why you have to watch the kids you get too, because a lot of these little bastards got their hands out, and I'm telling the truth on that. Yeah, they do. They have their hands out, and they want. I guess I got blessed and lucky because both of my daughters, I have a teen and I have a little one, and both of my girls, they basically want their own businesses. They don't want mommy's money. I have my youngest, my 6-year-old, gave me back money and got mad with me because she said, "Mommy, I have money." I don't mind doing for my kids. Don't get me wrong, but to me, when they just like got their little hands out and gets pissed off at you because you ain't bought them nothing and because you ain't gave them an allowance, then yeah, it's time for us to hop, skip, and jump to the adoption agency. That's what we're gonna do, because you don't need to be with mommy, not no more.
Okay. We're gonna move off the kids. If no one has a other comment on that, we'll go back to relationships. No more comments on the babies.
No, but I did have someone to bring up something.
Go ahead.
Cyberbullying. It's not really a male and female issue separately. I think it's an issue altogether as far as cyberbullying. Anybody have any comment?
How do you even cyberbully? This is SL, block, delete.
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying, but
there's more to cyberbullying than that or whatever. There's the YouTube, perfect example. I don't know if you heard about I forgot her freaking name. I had the link up on my Facebook page. There was this girl who was screaming out for help, and she made a whole video where she just had these cards moving back and forth just saying, "Look, I need help, I need help." But instead of people trying to help her, they're like, "Well, do it." They're egging her on. At the same time, like, people don't know when to stop. When people are screaming for help, they just want their friends to be like, "Look, reach out to me, be my friend." But people just don't know how to do that. People think that they're better than everybody, when in all actuality, nobody is better than nobody. We're all the same. When we get cut, we bleed red. So it's not just delete and block, because that person can make a whole nother account and come back to you and do the same shit over and over and over. Just like with the girl, when she got caught. She was bullied because she showed her boobs on the internet. Her predator, he kept making accounts, and she kept moving from school to school to school.
So she put herself out there, and
she was young.
Okay.
How young we talking about, though?
We talking about cyberbullying.
No, I'm saying, how young was this female?
It doesn't give the man right. Why was? Oh wow! It doesn't make you right. You're right. It doesn't. It doesn't make you right.
Her name is Amanda Time. There we go.
Oh, I seen that.
That's the person's number.
I seen it.
Yeah, she committed suicide real, and her video is still on YouTube. And if you go and saw the comments that were there, it was just like, really?
Wait, she was talking.
But the thing is that society nowadays, they don't have the mentality what's right or what's wrong. Like, who was that saying? It's Sanaya?
I believe so.
Okay, just like Sanaya was saying, if somebody screams for help them out. Nobody's better than nobody else in here. Because just like that girl, died, anybody can die. So just help out. I've seen a lot of bullying in my life, which in some of them I've stepped forward and said something, or got a beat down because I protected somebody, or whatever the cause is. Oh, okay, go ahead, Aaliyah.
Okay, go ahead, Aaliyah.
So yeah, I just wanted to say, I'm not sure if y'all can hear me, I speak softly, but Yeah, I'm most certainly an advocate against cyberbullying. It seems very juvenile and something that you can control and cut off and step away from the computer and ignore it. But there are so many. It's funny. I'm a bit older, I guess, than um, a lot of people that I kind of have to deal with on a daily basis, and it's funny to watch the younger, I guess, generation of SL kind of come in and do the things that they do and not realize how much it affects other people. Like they bully on a daily basis based on their supposed status in SL or their store status or their real life pictures, which may or may not be um, their real life selves, and they make Facebook pages and blogs and all different things, demeaning people because they don't fit a standard. And then turning around and saying, well, SL is full of outcasts. Everyone here are outcasts, and everyone here is basically fat and ugly, and no one here looks the way I look or whatever. So, those sorts of things are very damaging to people, and seeing it on a daily basis. Maybe people come here to SL with lots of different issues and problems. Some people can't walk. Oops, sorry. For the loud noise. Some people can't walk. Some people can't, speak. Some people have, all sorts of issues. And so to, say that cyberbullying isn't like a problem, a big problem, I think would be downplaying the emotional ramifications and stuff of things that we do here in SL and online in general. And that girl, Amanda Todd, is a great testament to that. So, again, I'm just a big advocate against cyberbullying. I think that we should be more aware of the things that we do and say to others because they do affect them, personally and in real life.
I like to comment on that. If I
Like,
don't know whether anybody remember, but there was a blog. I don't know if it's still up. There was a blog
I agree
that
too.
was circling around SL about different people on SL. Their real life pictures was being displayed, their children, names, different things that people felt that they were sharing with somebody else that was private, and then it was like displayed. That's a form of cyberbullying because if I'm talking to you, say if I'm talking to Yummy and I say something to Yummy that's personal to me, or I show her something and she gets pissed off at me, and then she displays and shows it to everyone else, and then someone decides that they want to make a big spectacle of Sugar because of Yummy's pissed off. So that's also another way of cyberbullying because there's certain things that you may share with another person because you feel a connection to them that you don't want anyone else to know. Just like that young girl, because I saw that she was sharing something with a person she thought really cared about her and really loved her. So of course she shared something with him. He took it upon himself to basically show everybody else because his intentions, weren't the intentions that they should have been. Just when I used to see that blog, I'm thinking, damn, somebody actually spent their time sitting on their ass making this blog and displaying shit about people that they know. There's cyberbullying, and I agree, people don't take it as serious as they do. They need to take it really serious because just because I may be strong enough to say, forget it, I don't care, keep talking, or, Jamel or somebody else may say, I don't give a shit, say what you want to say about me. Some people aren't strong enough because you don't know what the person behind the computer, how they're feeling, what they're going through. You have no clue. And they may have thought that they bonded with a person and that person understood them, cared about them, and that person would turn against them. It has to be devastating, especially to a young person. I agree. It's an epidemic of it. It's getting worse. It was one girl who committed suicide. Her and her friend got into it, and the mother, this is a grown ass woman, made a Facebook page, pretended like she was a teenage boy, got with the girl, befriended her, acting like she liked her, and then all of a sudden she says, kill yourself. I don't want to be with you, and all this. And this is a grown ass woman. This isn't a kid. This is a grown ass woman doing some shit like that, and they gave her no time. To me, she should get some time for that because you're a grown woman. You should know better. Just because your daughter is having a fight with another girl, these are teenagers, junior high school kids. Why are you getting involved in junior high school kids shit? That's ridiculous to me. There's no way that my baby sister would have an argument with somebody and I'm stepping in line with it and going, oh, well, let me just go ahead and make a Facebook page and just go ahead and do some stuff. I mean, that's just ridiculous. So it is, it's like when I used to see that blog, it was ridiculous. They're putting people's babies' pictures on this blog, calling these children ugly. That shit's devastating. It's just, to me, it's wrong. It's wrong. And I advocate anybody who, if there's a petition to sign or anything, I'm down for that, because I think it's wrong to do shit like that. I've never been, no one's ever did anything to me, knock on wood, as yet. I don't know, maybe later, who knows. But I think the more popular you get in SL, the more hated, and the more you're going to be probably cyberbullied in that case, because that happens a lot. We all know it does. So I'm miking down now. I said my speech.
I have can you guys hear me? Hello, mic check. Okay. This is Rita. I don't know the format, but I would like to speak on that as well. There was a guy, he was pretty young, and he had came out the closet. He's a gay guy, or he was a gay guy. He's currently dead, unfortunately, but this was a time where people they didn't feel like they could come out the closet and say, oh, I'm a lesbian or I'm gay and this and that. So this was probably, 3 or 4 years ago. Anyways, when he came out the closet, he was a designer back in the day. When he came out the closet, he was harassed, he was bullied. This was over in Dirty South, that little area where there's a lot of young people that usually chill over there. But this boy killed himself. So to say that, cyberbullying is something you can control, you can mute, you can block, when there's 10 people doing it to you, you can mute all those people, and they probably have other avatars that come back and do the exact same thing, and then they take it to different avenues. When they take it to social media, at this time, there was no SL, but there was Twitter that people were utilizing, so they put this boy's information on Twitter. They were harassing his real life family by calling his phone. So, I mean, it goes way beyond sometimes what you can control. So that's all I had to say.
I would like to speak on that as well. I've been on the net for more than, I think, 10 years. And since I've been on, I've seen a lot of cyberbullying, from Yahoo to a lot of the other sites that were up. And people have no line that they draw. You know what I'm saying? They just go dirty. I'll never forget being on this one particular site. And there was a hacker that got into this person's IP address, pulled up their address, pulled up all of their personal information, and had the person's lights disconnected. When you start doing stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? It gets real. You know what I mean? Who does that? But I've seen people do it and then they laugh about it like it's supposedly funny. You get people arrest records and start posting their arrest records online and start getting into their personal information and start breaking up relationships and families and stuff like that. Cyberbullying really has to stop. It goes really beyond what you can mute, what you can block. And a lot of people don't realize what cyberbullying is. So it's easy to say, I would mute that person or I'd block that person. If you never know what a person that's being cyberbullied goes through on a day-to-day basis, it's easy for us to say that. I, on one hand, in one respect, I've never been cyberbullied, but I've seen it happen to people. And I don't condone it. I always speak up and I always take the side of the underdog because I feel like it could happen to me. It could happen to somebody that's close to me. So I need to take a stand about it, especially if it's something that I see that's going on that's wrong. So we all need to be proactive where that's concerned, and we all need to be aware of what cyberbullying is so that when we see it, we can take a stand against it. Because if a person makes a blog about somebody and you're reading it, you're giving them hits. You're feeding that individual. If they make a
Right.
YouTube video and you're going and you're watching the video, even though you say LOL or you shake your head or whatever, you're giving that person power because you're actually accessing that site. If you don't access it, and this is what I've learned from all of the training that we've had from bullying training. If you don't give that individual power, if you don't give them the attention that they're seeking, they have no power. They have no audience. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for the attention. They're looking for the audience. And if they don't have an audience, they're going to stop.
On that, especially about them having the audience, because if they don't have an audience, they're only playing to themselves.
I was going to add on that. That's so true because I just sit there and I watch on Facebook when some of this stuff pop up. You have so many people that are liking it, so many AOLs, like just people going off talking about it. So they're whoever's behind these blogs and these pages and YouTube accounts, they're feeding into it, so they're happy. You know what I mean? So they're gonna keep doing it again, and again. And I was gonna tell you guys one more example too. I'm from Pal Talk. I found out about SL from Pal Talk, but there was an incident, gosh, so many years ago, a long time ago, where there was a guy who was threatening to kill himself, hang himself on cam, and these people were, urging him to do it. I wasn't there. I didn't watch it, but I heard about it. But these people were going on and just saying, do it, and he did it. It's like, it's just, and they laughed about it. They weren't even sorry about it. When everybody found out he actually died, they just chuckled about it. It's ridiculous. So this has been going on. Cyberbullying is nothing that's new, because that incident happened probably maybe like 8 or 9 years ago. This is just something that's ongoing, and now it finally has a name.
I would like to say something. Can everyone hear me?
We can, Sissy.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I would like to say, I agree with everything that has been said about cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is, in some ways, I feel like, sometimes even worse than bullying in real life. Because you're putting all this information on the internet where the whole world has access to it. You are destroying this person's life. And even sometimes it's hard to take it off. It's hard for the police to be able to catch this person and take this person's information that they displayed on the internet off. It's there forever. And I think it just goes back to, if the police can't do it, how many of us are standing up for each other when this happens? Like, are we just playing along with it, or are we saying, stop, this is not okay for you to do? I think it goes back to the people who are actually witnessing the cyberbullying, actually around it. Be careful what you're viewing, okay? Don't just take it so easily and think it's a joke, but actually be careful and, take a stand when you witness it. And that's pretty much just all I have to say.
And Sissy, just to tag on the last sentence to what you just said, if you're feeding into it, be careful, because it could be one person today and it could be you tomorrow.
Oh, wow, that's... Okay, I'm trying to get another subject, because that really brought me down. It really did. Somebody give me a subject.
Let's talk about how clubs are not the only thing you can do in SL.
Lord have mercy. You got the only club. What are you talking about? That's what you're supposed to do.
How about we talk about
I want to
Clubbing is
talk
not
about females spending too much money.
Do the running man in the club.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
I'm sensitive about that.
Do the running man in the club. Do the running man in the club.
I'm pretty sure all of y'all are sensitive about that subject. Bro, they overpower us.
I just
Come on,
wanna
man.
say, I decided got a petition going on in regards to that. I'm going. I hope that everybody signs it tonight. That's all.
Thank you for the information.
Sinners 01.
Right, link us.
I don't spend a lot of money. I normally am given a credit card that Peligroso puts money on. So I'm on a budget now because at first I was free to spend as much as I wanted. And then I guess I spent too much the last time. So I am now on a budget. So let's talk about why I have to be on a budget. I think that's a good topic. Why does sugar have to be on a
Yeah,
budget?
I'll answer
You spend all
that.
his money, but you don't buy your brothers nothing. That's
Go
why.
ahead.
I'll answer that. Wait a minute now. I put my woman on the budget. Yeah, I did. I bought her a sim. Okay, I bought her a house. It's been how many months now that you've been shopping, and the house is still not done. Nowhere near done. Not even the bedroom.
You got an art
Not
gallery
even the
up, though.
kitchen.
There's
Well,
a bed in the bedroom. There's a bed in the bedroom.
Shit, y'all got a sim. I'm moving in.
Ain't that some shit?
Sissy, you should have told me. I'd have helped you come over and decorate.
Girl, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, the reason why I have not done the house yet. Okay, let me explain. First of all, I work 8 hours a day. 9 hours actually. I'm normally in court, which is what I do. Okay. When I get home, I normally have to get on Facebook. And I have to take care of my farm. And then I have to take care of my cafe. So those two things take a little time, my farm and my cafe. So after I'm through with my farm and my cafe, then normally some days I have to write scripts. Shut up. I have to write scripts. I help Pelly with his film stuff. Do I not help you with your film projects, Buster?
You do. But you have been taking days, and I'll say months. Okay, you
got
have
2 days off, though,
vacations.
don't
You got vacations. She actually took a
And you got 2
4-day
days off.
weekend. She took a 4-day weekend. She said, "Baby, I'm gonna go ahead and work on the house." Okay, I trusted that. I came home from work. I was excited about it. Logged on. All right, the house gonna get hooked up. Nothing. Just like my brother said, it was an art gallery. And it's still there. I kid you not. For
Oh, I got
months
a question
and
for you too,
months.
sis. And why don't you get on Wild and help your brother out? That's the main important question. I want to hear this excuse.
Now, mind you, she got one job. She gets home by what? 5 SL time. She also got the weekends. Okay? I would do it, but shit, I got 2 jobs.
Get her.
First of all, we have a set of twins that are always mommy. Your son likes to blow up things. So therefore, I'm at the school most of the time. I'm up at Hard Knocks Elementary asking them, can they let his ass come back to school? That's number one.
I'm miking off.
That's number one. Your daughter likes to pretend that the whole house is an ocean. So what did she do last time when I walked in the door? There was water all over the place. And she says, "Mommy, this is the ocean." She's in a boat. This is Roro. She's in a boat in the ocean. Our other daughter, Cookie, likes to get on top of the house and fall off, and her leg breaks every time she falls. So I'm in the hospital with Cookie, having them give her another leg. Okay? I also DJ. I'm trying to get my talk show together. I'm working on other things. I am writing. I am lagging. I'm sorry if your house is not together yet. Why don't you do as I suggested and get a maid? If you got a maid for me, it would make my life so much easier. That's what you need to do, since you want to discuss this and you want to talk about it in front of all these people about the house not being done yet. Mr. Be quiet. Be
I'm not
quiet.
complaining. I'll be your mate. I'll babysit.
You don't want to babysit Nino, Milo. You do not. His name is Bad Boy. You do not want to babysit him.
You
No.
forget who you talking to.
No. You know what? You know what? Let me tell you, big bro. Seriously, he will rip you to shreds. He will have you bouncing off the carpets. He's not a good little boy. He is not a good little boy. He's not. He's a bad little boy. He's a very, very bad little boy. He's just like his dad. He's just like his uncles. Oh God, I think I'm a faint.
I ain't bad. I don't know what you're talking about.
I ain't bad. Shit.
It wasn't me.
Wasn't me. What's that Shaggy song? It wasn't me.
I will pay anybody here in the audience to do my house.
Well, cough up the bread, bro.
Look, me and Pele,
I got you.
Can I get a home cooked meal at least though?
Look, he can text you. I'll decorate.
We got this covered. Cough up the bread, man.
Oh yeah, cough it up.
Hey, can a brother get a home cooked meal at least once a week? Can I get that?
That's
I'm tired
all
of eating out.
Sorry.
Shit.
You know damn well Sugar ain't cooking.
Sugar doesn't cook. I'm sorry, but Sugar doesn't cook. That's what
make a peanut butter
Baptista's
jelly
is for.
sandwich.
That's what Sophisticates is for. That's what the pizza delivery is for. I'm not cooking. I'm sorry. But when he married me, he did not marry me for my cooking.
Oh, candy, I don't do pink candy. Candy, I do not do pink. You gotta come out something better than that. I don't do pink.
I make it a peanut butter and peanut butter sandwich.
Ain't that a bitch?
I cook you a fry, but the only sandwich how's that? At least it's hot.
Mama, your son is hungry.
I don't mind being fat. Shit. What time is dinner at your house?
Right. Moms, when is dinner?
Oh, yeah. When's
Oh,
dinner?
sorry, babe. I love you, babe. But Mom, when is dinner?
You're on this one, bro. You put your foot on your ass on this one. Oh man, sorry, bro.
I make you some cream of wheat. I make you some cream of wheat with extra sugar.
I'm a mic down.
Yeah, bro, you need to mic that for right now.
Some oatmeal.
From Thug Pink. What the hell is a Thug Pink? Please explain. Please explain. You got mic'd out for that one.
I will be doing my talk show pretty soon, everybody. I'm going to do like a shameless plug real quick. I'm going to be doing a talk show very soon. It'll be on YouTube and also somewhere else. So, if you'd be interested in coming and being my support system, I'd greatly appreciate it. I don't really want the TNT boys there because all they do is talk crap. Thank you. Shameless plug over.
I won't
Sitting
be
down.
a TNT brother that night. I'm gonna be your brother, okay? That'll be my tag.
We'll be in the
Theta
audience.
always. Theta always.
Nah.
Well, unless the audience has another topic for us, I think we're going to end here. I had a ball. It was fun. We're going to have to do this again. TNT Brothers, I hope no hard feelings.
Bite me.
No hard feelings? No hard feelings, right?
We good.
I'm gonna see you at home. No worries.
Smack her for me.
Nobody's smacking me. He must be on drugs. This ain't wild. This is
Brooklyn
not wild.
said, what time we doing WoW
I'll
tonight?
walk on your table. I don't care. I'll walk on your table. Say
So we're
something
gonna sit on a round big table and just go, wow.
Well, we like to thank everybody for tuning in to Let's Talk About It.
This will be on YouTube, and I'll be posting on my Facebook. If anybody wants to make me a friend on Facebook, it's SugaliciousMe. Sugarlicious! Sugarlicious!
One quick question. Whoever spoke tonight, can you please IM me with your name? Not your
You know my name. You better not forget
second,
it.
not your second SL name, your SL government name.
Thank you for coming, everybody. Thank you for
Don't you
got
forget
one.
my name.
I got warrants.
Thank you for coming, everybody. Thank you for coming, Aaliyah.
Thank you for coming, everybody.
I'm redlining.
Hold on.
Shit, you
Wait,
need to
wait.
cut me down.
Before everybody leave, we are the guests on The new Gamma Roll, let's talk about it. This is their rush week.
Who's
Gotta
new Gamma
promote.
Roll?
So if you ladies
So,
are looking for sisterhood, friendships, more parties, and more events like this, hit one of the sisters up and see what they got to offer.
Right.
And you can have a glass of Kool-Aid too if you before you leave. If you like some Kool-Aid, you can have Kool-Aid. It wasn't just for us. The Kool-Aid was for everybody.
I wouldn't drink that. I stuck my pinky toe on it.
Ew, you nasty.
Who just drank some?
Oh, and tomorrow night we're doing a movie. We're doing a movie tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Drive-in movie, y'all.
Why
Let's go.
you pushing me, sugar?
Sugar.
Hey sis, when'd your name get an R on it?
Look, I'm half country. Leave me alone.
He's half country. You full country. I'm a little bit country.
Oh, God,
I'm a
now
little
she's
bit
singing.
rock and roll.
Hey yo, that was fun. That was cool. That was real nice.
That was fun. I can't wait to my talk show now. It's gonna be funner.
Talk so going
Is that a word? Funner?
More
Funner.
More funner?
It is too, Brooklyn. Mo funner. There it is. Mo funner.
More funner. Not more.
Hey, who was this
Mo.
sitting over here at this purple chair? Cause she never rests for me. Her face was just ugh.
That was ISIS.
Isis,
She rests for me though.
Isis,
Where's she
if
at?
you're here, your face was like ugh.
Don't
Damn,
talk about
bro.
her like that.
Ugh.
Throw Prilly shoe back at her since she wanted to throw it at people.
Hey, babe, don't be throwing them, man. I worked hard for them shoes.
There you go. Need to put on the budget. There you go. Budget time.